It's June 2025. If you have got MIM admits in hand or you're applying for the next year, you're probably weighing one of the most important decisions right now, UK or Canada. Both are popular destinations, both are globally ranked schools, but when it comes to return on investment, they are very, very different. So in this video, we are breaking down exactly that. Which country gives you the better ROI for your MIM in 2025? We will talk about tuition fees, cost of living, salaries, job timelines, visa rules, and how long it really takes to earn our money back. And by the end, you will have a clear numbers-based answer to the question, UK or Canada, what pays off better? Let's start with tuition and living costs. In the UK, MIM tuition usually ranges from 27 to 47,000 pounds, depending on the school. Top programs like LBS or Imperial are a little more on the upper end, while places like Durham or Nottingham are more affordable. But remember, London is not cheap at all. Living expenses in London ranges between 12 to 18,000 pounds a year, depending on your lifestyle, right? So all in, you are pretty much looking at 40 to 55,000 or 65,000 pounds in 1 year of MIM in the UK. That's roughly 42 to 70 lakhs. In Canada, tuition varies more widely. Programs like UBC Sauter are around 45,000 to 55,000 CAD, while others like McGill's MIM can go above 65,000 CAD. But cost of living in cities like Vancouver or Toronto is slightly more affordable than London. So your total cost in Canada is roughly 60 to 85,000 CAD or 37 to 53 lakhs, depending on your choices. On paper, that makes Canada a little cheaper than the UK, but not by a very huge margin. So let's move to the next factor, which is starting salaries. In the UK, MIM graduates from top schools report starting salaries in the range of 30 to 60,000 pounds. At LBS, the average post-MIM salary is around 50,000 to 55,000 pounds, with many going into consulting or finance. Salaries increase significantly within 2 to 3 years, especially for grads working in London or moving into tier 2 sponsor firms. In Canada, salaries are a little lower, but job security is higher. The average starting salary after a Canadian MIM is around 50 to 80,000 CAD. That's 30 to 49 lakhs per year. Graduates from Rothman, Sauter, and McGill often land roles in analytics, consulting, and business development, right? Not as high as the UK, but still pretty solid, especially given the lower cost of living in many Canadian cities. Now let's talk about post-study work visas, because this impacts your ability to actually stay and earn that salary. In the UK, the graduate route visa allows you to stay for more than 18 months after your MIM ends. This used to be 2 years, but now it's reduced in 2025. You can work full-time, switch jobs, and apply for skilled worker sponsorship during this time. But it's a race against the clock. In Canada, the post-graduation work permit or PGWP gives you up to 3 years of open work authorization. No job sponsorship needed at all. You can switch employers, work in any city, and even accumulate points for Canadian PR during this period. So, in terms of work flexibility and immigration, Canada clearly wins. Now, let's bring it all together with ROI timelines. How long does it take to recover your investment? In the UK, let's say your total cost is 55,000 pounds and your starting salary is around 50,000 pounds. Assuming you can save 30,000 post-tax, you can recover your cost in about 2.5 to 3 years if you land a job quickly. But with the new 18 months limit, the pressure is pretty much on. If you don't get hired in the first 6 to 9 months, your ROI timeline stretches out a lot or disappears. In Canada, with total costs up to 70,000 CAD and a salary of 60,000 CAD, you may take 3 to 4 years to break even. But the 3-year work permit gives you breathing room. You can take a few months to find the right job, grow in your role, and even plan for PR without rushing against visa deadlines, right? In other words, the UK gives you faster salary growth, but Canada gives you more time to build long-term ROI. Let's not forget the immigration angle. In 2025, Canada is still offering a very clear PR pathway. Students who work for 1 year post-MIM are eligible to apply for express entry or provincial nominee programs. Your education, Canadian work experience, and youth all give you extra points. This makes the long-term ROI much more predictable, especially if you plan to settle abroad. The UK, meanwhile, is becoming a little tougher with shorter work visas and tighter sponsor rules. International students have fewer years to gain work experience or settle in permanently. That does not mean it's impossible, but it does mean your post-study window is a little narrower. So, which one should you choose? If your goal is fast-track ROI and prestige, and if you're confident about navigating a tight job market, the UK could be worth it, especially if you're at a top-tier school like LBS, Imperial or Warwick. But if your goal is longer-term stability, easier job search conditions and clear immigration pathways, Canada is the safer ROI choice, even if the starting salaries are a little lower. Both can pay off, it just depends on how you define ROI for yourself. Fast money or long-term career security. Now, if this helped you decide, hit like and subscribe and let me know in the comments, are you choosing the UK or Canada? We read every comment and reply with honest advice. Until then, I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.